Entaratasdar, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kylaris, and today I'm going to be bringing you another pro game between ClouD and IIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIII
Hello
take just a minute before I get on with this game because it's quite the epic game. I've been told it's quite the epic game. Firstly, I have had my first ever official donator, which is fantastic. Thank you very much, Exhydronox. I really should have asked you how to pronounce your name, but I'm pretty sure it's something like Exhydronox. But yes, thank you very much for becoming my first official donator. I will have a very special surprise for you later on. Yes, I'm going to remind everybody, if there is a donation link... Ooh, III doing something tricky here. There is a donation link on my front page, and basically, if people donate, I can make my channel better, I can do more casts, things like that, and II getting very tricky here with this probe, going to be trying to pick off this SCV, doing a nice job of getting it low, but unfortunately not too much happened, and bringing out a lot of probes here, ClouD, at this point. I'm pretty sure he does see maybe this, yes he does, and he's bringing it out in anticipation for this gateway. Second announcement, I've had my first hater. Yeah, how cool is that? He's like thumbsing down on my videos because he has nothing better to do in his life, which is amazing. So I'm slowly becoming famous by just having haters, so that's fantastic. So thank you very much, you're a faggot 100, you're hilarious. And yeah, so that's my announcements done for now, I think. So yeah, this is going to be, again, between ClouD and III, and as you can see, III is already being very tricky here, getting a lot of these two gateways into the base of ClouD. He has cancelled that first gateway, but this second one is going to go up anytime soon, and he's throwing down another one in order to make sure he can apply a lot of early pressure. All these probes just going to be trying to drill away, or SCV is going to be trying to drill away at this gateway, but it seems like this gateway is going to finish. I imagine he's going to actually cancel this because there's not much he's going to be able to do with that. It would die before a Zealot did come out, and he does indeed cancel it, and he'll be cancelling that one as well. So after that clear striking aggression there, is going to be throwing down two gateways in his base as well as an assimilator in order to try and catch up on the production that he has lost over ClouD, as he's had to cancel these buildings, and you don't get 100% minerals back from cancelling buildings, as you should fully well know. So that's going to be a bit of a blow for So yeah, definitely. So we do see now ClouD just has his orbital command up, and as well as a mule, and throwing down those supply depot in order to make sure he keeps himself ahead of the game. He's going to be taking out this pylon as well here, so he can't warp in any random units or whatever. And III being very bold, throwing down an expansion. That's quite tricky, especially if ClouD is going to be very aggressive with these marines early on in the game. And it seems like he's going to be throwing down his Cyberdator's core as well, so he really needs some units out at this point. He is Psylocked. He really needs some units out at this point in order to be able to fend off this early aggression. And as you can see, ClouD is moving out with a ton of SCVs, leaving a few behind just in case this goes completely wrong, and as well as these marines. So it's going to be a lot of early aggression very fast here from both players, in fact. And II is on the back burner here. He's really going to need to do something. He has scouted this. He's going to be trying to move back with that probe, but that probe does get picked off. ClouD now has a lot of minerals stacked up here. He's thinking that this is going to end the game. So let's see how this goes. He's moving in with the SCVs first, and he's now chrono boosting out two stalkers in order to be able to fend this off. But throwing down two bunkers in order to apply a lot of early aggression here. So ClouD is putting II in a really bad position here. All these SCVs wailing away at these buildings. He's trying to take out these buildings as quickly as possible, but these stalkers are going to be out in time. He's going to need to rally behind, and he does, and he's going to be trying to pick off as many of these SCVs as possible. But this Cyberdator's core is going to go down, and there's a forge and a pylon going up, and these bunkers are also going to be able to go up in time as well, so this is going to be a lot of pain for... and as you can see now, these SCVs are going to be able to repair these bunkers, and these gateways are going to go down eventually. This expansion actually was cancelled here, but now I really need a new name. I'm just going to call him I from now on, that's better. And it seems like these two gateways are going to go down, although this stalker does get out in time just before this gateway does go down. So now two photon cannons warping in for I, and it seems like he's trying to deal with this as best as he possibly can. And my girlfriend's phone is ringing, that's fantastic. And it seems like this third bunker is also going down as well, so... my girlfriend swearing at me. Fantastic. So this bunker is going to be trying to pound away from these stalkers, and that's put me off quite a lot, but it doesn't matter too much. And it seems like these Marines are going to be able to take out this gateway as well. So playing on in a really, really defensive position here. ClouD is piling on a lot of pressure, whilst back home he's throwing down a few more barracks, as well as refineries. And it seems like now ClouD's just reinforcing with a few of the one more Marine, and he's going to be moving back with a few of these SCVs in order to make sure he can get a better economy, since he's pretty sure that he can't break these photon cannons. Although that being said, this bunker is in range of this forge, and he's going to be throwing down another bunker, but cancelled it. And it seems like this photon cannon is going to be trying to kill this bunker, but is repairing in time, so it's going to be fine. So now this forge is going to go down from these Marines in this bunker, and at this point, is just in a bad situation. As you can see in the base of ClouD, we've got a few tech labs coming up on these buildings. Once he gets those Marauders out, he's going to be in a really bad spot, as he doesn't even have a cybernetics core up at this point, does I. So these bunkers now are just going to be taking a lot of damage from this cannon here, but as I said before, it's going to be repaired and fine. I'm trying to move a few of these stalkers over here, and this photon cannon has walked in. It's still not in range of these bunkers, but now he's going to be moving these stalkers in order to try to take this bunker out. But as I say, these SCVs are way too strong, repairing this bunker as quickly as they can do. Nice movement with these stalkers, making sure that only their shields dissipate, and then moving them back in order to make sure that they don't fully die, although these stalkers did take a bit of damage on their natural health, so it seems like they're not going to recover fully. A few more Marines coming in here for ClouD, and as you can see, we have Marauders now coming in as well, so this is going to be really bad for I if he doesn't do something very quickly. Maybe like a Stargate would be a very good idea at this point. Bringing a Void Ray around to the base of ClouD would essentially kind of shut down what ClouD is trying to do. He'd have to pull back with a lot of these Marines, and if the Void Ray did get charged up, he could take out Marines very easily that were popping out of barracks at the time. So let's see what happens here. This is quite a long game, I must say, so hopefully we'll show. This is by no means over yet. I suppose that's kind of a spoiler, but yes, this is by no means over. And all this time, whilst this photon cannon is actually shooting this bunker, these repairing SCVs are actually diminishing a lot of the resources. Well, not a lot of the resources, but some of the resources that ClouD does currently have. So, interesting play here. Although II is very well contained here, and I won't be surprised if we see ClouD throwing down an expansion very soon, especially with this contain, with these Marauders backing up as well, that he does currently have, and Stim is almost finished, but we do see 2 Immortals on the way, so these are going to be able to shut down these bunker play, although the Marauders do quite well against Immortals. Cost for cost do be Immortals, although that bunker goes down very fast to the 50 damage each time, and that's going to be salvaged. I'm pretty sure that got salvaged just before it died. So now ClouD's going to have to probably pull back with these forces. These Immortals are pretty scary at this point. Although a big engagement going down here, and these Marauders are doing a lot of damage as they do counter Stalkers pretty hard, as well as Immortals to a certain degree. As I said before, they do counter them cost for cost, and we do see now a Warp Prism coming out for I, so that could play a very pivotal role if he's able to get some units into the base of ClouD. Although ClouD's now coming around this corner, taking out that photon cannon, and going to be wanting to take out that pylon. No, he's going to be going for the photon cannon. A lot of probes coming off the mineral line for I here, trying to surround. Nice force fields there, catching a lot of these units off guard. And this Stim has weakened a lot of these units, but now he's going to be able to take out one of those Immortals, trying to take out the second Immortal, but it's going to prove to no avail, as the Immortal is micro back, and there's going to be reinforcing Marauders, but they're going to need to run back as well. So that was pretty damn good from I at that point. It broke away from the contain. It's always really hard to break from contains during these kind of matches, especially when you're stuck at the top of your ramp and they have things at the bottom of your ramp. In fact, I did have a game before where I was contained pretty hard by a Protoss that was expanding, and in the end I was triumphant. So I actually might cast that game because it was pretty epic, or pretty epic from my standing point. But now these 2 Immortals are going to have to run away pretty sharply, as 6 Marauders are here to fend them off, and a few Marines coming out here in order to be able to fend off the glass-made Warp Prism, which dies in about 1 hit from a Marine. Bit of an exaggeration there, but it's pretty damn true, as they're just so pathetically weak. Trying to come back, having a look around here, but these Marauders are going to be able, Marines even are going to be able to shoo them away, no problem. Stimming in order to try and catch up with it, and it does seem like they've got a few pot shots off on it, but it's not going to go down in time. So now I is moving across the map with a few forces here, also getting his expansion up as he tried to earlier but failed, and it's going to stand him in good stead if he can get this saturated as quickly as possible, since ClouD is still running off one base. I am very surprised during that contain that he didn't actually set up an expansion. So I'm going to put myself on busy, so you cannot whisk me, Oliver. Piss off. Ha ha ha. And it seems like now I is breaking down these rocks, assuming that there was an expansion there, although he did scout with his warp prism and he's going to be warping in a few units here. I love the warp prism for this, able to warp in units wherever the hell you want. I know pylons are just as good, but hell, warp prisms are super mobile to a certain degree. I also really like the warp prism speed upgrade that I see nobody ever getting. So, but yeah, that's really cool and really interesting. Anyway, as for ClouD, we do see now that he has got a factory and a starport in place, and it looks like he's going to be grabbing some medivacs from that starport, as well as an orbital command up here, but he can't do anything with it yet, as he does know these forces are outside his base. A nice big transfer of drones for I here, moving to his expansion, and it seems like ClouD is going to be scouting with that factory like most Terran players do who are going an MMM ball. I hate MMM so much, so much. It's pretty much one of the only things I lose to on ladder, and it makes me so angry because it's just like 1A, yeah. So annoying, even when I had a bigger force. And yeah, okay. To be fair, no, let's not get into that. That's completely superfluous. Anyway, we do see I is now grabbing his robotics bay. And he does have these two gas geysers up and running. Nice saturation on those as well as warping in a few zealots in order to fend off the flying factory, but I'm pretty sure that's not going to work. So at this point, ClouD is trying to do a drop by the looks of things, although all the forces of I are coming back in order to be able to fend off this. He did scout this with his observer, so he's going to need to move back. This drop could do a lot of damage if he doesn't move back with these forces. And it seems like he's going to be dropping on this Nexus. He could in fact stim and take out this Nexus very, very quickly, although with its increased health and shield, it's going to be a lot harder, but it seems like this is going to go down pretty sharpish, warping in a few zealots in order to try and take them out, but these medivacts are going to heal them, and this Nexus does go down. So ClouD at this point is going to be wanting to run away, and does successfully get away. That medivac just goes down to those stalkers. So in essence, he did get quite a good cost effectiveness. I did get a good cost back on that exchange, but with the Nexus going down, he loses a lot of his economy for a lot of time. Although we do see now 2 Colossi in production and have just popped out, as well as a few Vikings as well coming out for ClouD. So he's going to have the right counter to those Colossi once they do actually reach his base. A lot of sentries here actually. I would like to see hallucination researched. I imagine he doesn't have hallucination because not many people get hallucination, no. But hallucination would essentially make this army look double the size at this point with a lot of zealots, since when you spawn zealots they do actually spawn 2 zealots instead of 1. It's a trick that I use quite a lot. Because hallucination is frigging fantastic and people underestimate it a lot. But yeah, oh my god, this is going to be a big engagement here with the Guardian Shield already going down, so he's committing to this attack. A big stim going down, but splitting a lot of those forces with force fields. Another Guardian Shield going down, covering the second half of this unit composition. And as you can see here, more force fields going down. And one Colossus did get taken out by these Vikings, and he's going to need to move this Colossus back in order to make sure that he does save it. We do see thermal lances now on the upgrade bar, as well as a pylon in the middle of the bay, in the middle of the map for I, and he's going to be trying to take out this expansion as quick as he possibly